ready. You're old. How did you survive the Gomage? Which expedition are you from? Fall back! We need to go! He's not following. Putain! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Merde! What do we do now?
Regroup at the rally point. The Indigo Tree.
Snap out!
Unfortunately, I screwed this one up a little bit because I was intending to go through this whole series doing a sort of live commentary that I played the game. And for some reason, my microphone settings were wrong in my capture program, and, well, I played this episode and next episode while talking a lot, and guess what? I didn't record the commentary, so I'm doing a post-gameplay commentary now. So what we just saw was something of an interesting scene. They arrive here and they find an old man somewhere, I don't know, in his 50s or something like that, which is crazy because no one should have been able to survive to that age for the past 20 years or so. That raises a lot of questions. And then he goes and attacks them right away, and he is way more powerful than them. He is just fucking them up. So, like, what the hell, man? Look how bad the texture was on that rock. I'm not really, like, saying anything bad here. I expect a game like this to have some iffy graphics here and there. But there's this guy who's alive when he probably shouldn't be, so that raises a few questions. What is going on? How come he wasn't killed? Is he still alive because he's working for the Paintress or something like that? Did he find some other way of protecting himself? Is it only the case that the people living in the city are killed every year? Maybe that's the case, and everyone would be much better off if they just stopped trying to live there. I don't know. Maybe. That doesn't seem like that would be right, but who the hell knows? He was wearing expedition clothing, though, wasn't he? So he probably was a person who disappeared on an expedition 10, 15 years ago, something like that. And now he's working against us or something. It is interesting to note that they seem to have this policy of nobody ever goes back. Like, somebody dies, they just keep going and going and going, and they do that until they're all dead. Another fight. So the thing, if they all just keep going and going until they all die, that means that nobody ever seems to learn anything from the previous expeditions. They talk about how the previous expeditions forged the path for the ones that followed. And how is that the case, really, though? Because if there's nobody, like an expedition goes out there and then something like what just happened happens, and they get slaughtered on the beach, you think they'd be able to shoot them in the nuts, or you think that somebody would go back and say, shit, look what happened to us. We got fucked up as soon as we arrived. That would be some rather valuable information to impart onto the next expedition, especially if you know that your own has essentially failed immediately. It seems like a kind of a weird honor-bound thing to push forward even when it doesn't make any sense. These monsters, I guess they were referred to earlier on in the game. I forget what the name that they used for them was, but I was kind of expecting, like, biological monsters or something like that to be attacking us when we were heading out here. These things are constructs of some sort. look at the place we're at here. I'm seeing... Clearly, there was a civilization here. Like, I see a lot of... Aside from the constructs, the things that we're fighting, I see lampposts, I see streets. There are, like, we'll see buildings, wreckage of buildings and stuff around. So, clearly, like, I guess this is supposed to, like, take place in some version of the real world, where we're... Oh, look, corpses. They're not our people, are they? And look how bad this texture is. It's not the texture so much, it's like the shader that they used on it. A reflection that's just botched. It's fine, don't worry about it. It seems like the city, what do they call it, Luminaire or something like that? It's obviously Paris. After some sort of cataclysm. And like things got torn up, like buildings got torn apart. People didn't just start turning into flowers. It's a hell of a lot more that happened than just that. The ground seems to have been upheaved. This environment does seem like it's not as flat as it should be. Now, it looks like another expedition made it a little bit further, but they didn't really fare that much better. Maybe you would have been better off if somebody survived this, went back home, and told everybody what happened. You know, instead of this weird push forward until we're all dead kind of thing that these expeditions seem to be latching all of their honor onto. And they only throw out one expedition a year. You think, like, maybe they do it a little bit more frequently than that. I mean, I guess they're just getting everybody together that they can get per year, and then just pushing them all out at once. But, I don't know. Man, this looks depressing, doesn't it? Ominous as fuck. Red mist. I wonder if that's just stylistic or if there's some meaning behind the red.
You do that, we both die. Hey. Fucking hell. Wake up, Gustave.
Renee. The others.
I know. We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucian. I could.
This is not the place. The Lumina converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
Putain.
So we have a new party member, and you can see that it is very much like the Final Fantasy X style, where you have this sort of conditional turn-based battle, where you have, on the left side, you have the moves that, like turns, as they will be, and I imagine taking different actions will result in that being adjusted. Okay, so they have this, you have the ability to shoot, and I'm not quite sure how that works out in gameplay. Like, what is the cost of shooting? I haven't figured that out. But it does give you the ability to aim to specific parts of the body, and different enemies seem to have different weak points. But you can't just unload on a weak point the entire battle, because it seems to be, in some cases, that the weak point is a very limited weak point. You hit it once and it disappears, and then you can't hit it again because it's gone.
Danger.
And there are other cases where, that not in this episode, but I think in the next episode, you'll see where the weak point is actually like guarded in some way. So if you were to shoot directly at it, the damage would be absorbed by the shield, as opposed to hitting the weak point, but the weak point still disappears anyway. So you'd want to burn away the shield before attacking the weak point. See Luna here, though, she's a very different class than Gustav, so we'll have to figure her out next episode. We won.
We did it, Gustav. Let's see if your invention lives up to its reputation, shall we? It really works. We're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.